What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to From the Crypt. I am Derek, and today I am talking about Child's Play 2, released in 1990, directed by John Lafayette. Now, this movie came out 25 years ago. It's 25? No, it's older than that. Jeez. 35. God, I'm old. Sorry. But I'm going to be talking spoilers, so do not be surprised if I say something, because like I said, this movie is old enough to, run for Congress or Senate or something? I don't know. Super quick plot synopsis. Chucky has come back, and he's going to find Andy and transfer his soul into his body. Now, who is in Child's Play 2? We have Alex Vincent as Andy Barkley, Christine Elise as Kyle, and Brad Dourif returning as Chucky. So, what is good about Child's Play 2? I have these kind of all over the place, so it's not going to be just beginning to end, so just bear with me here. The teacher's death, Miss Kettlewell, is very visually pleasing, even if I don't really think somebody can be beaten to death with a yardstick. Like, you figure it'd snap. Like, you're not... Did they do a Mythbusters on it? Because they definitely should have, just to see if it was possible. One thing that I learned from the doc of Chucky is the second doll at the foster home. His name was Tommy. And that was straight up a dig at Tom Holland, the director of the first Child's Play movie, because of just the relationship that him and Don Mancini ended up having. Don full up admit he just comes, it was about Tom Holland. So that little bit of information I liked having going into this rewatch of it, because I was like, okay, I get it now 100%. They definitely stepped up the kills in my mind, because in the first one there wasn't very many. There was literally only one really good kill, whereas like I said, Miss Kettlewell's kill was awesome. The guy who's working on the machine just Phil's kill, bloodless, but still completely awesome because of the one-liner. I'm struggling to remember Jenny Gutter's name. I can't. The mom, the foster mom. We'll just go with that. Her just being tied up and strangled to death. The toy executive getting suffocated with the bag. The guy in the beginning who gets electrocuted and then does the most glorious backflip through a window. They definitely stepped up the kills for this one. And there was a lot more Chucky in this one, which was awesome because the puppeteering and animatronics had advanced so far. They were able to just throw more Chucky, which they did have to change up the formula a little bit, just because, they kind of went with that Jaws or Nightmare on Elm Street for the first one. You don't see Chucky very much. You see more as it goes on, but Chucky is very, very much a factor throughout all of it, which also in turn means more awesome Brad Dourif lines and his delivery, top-notch, 10 out of 10 like always. What else do we got here? Kyle and Andy, they had a great brother-sister chemistry. So we obviously had the parent-child chemistry with Catherine Hicks and Alex Vincent in the first one. This one, we got Alex Vincent and Christine Elise. And so it was a different familial chemistry. And so that was awesome, because Kyle was just a great character. Love the fact that she was a rebel, 17. I'm going to be on my own soon. You do not know what the world is going to do to you once you become an adult. So, I really enjoyed Kyle. And I got a couple more things here. Kyle, the way that she discovers that Chucky is real was awesome. It wasn't the batteries moment from the first one by any means, but just swinging, smoking, and then kicking, and then what's this? A smashed face that she's like, wait a second, why? There's only one. It's just Christine Elise was awesome in that sequence. It was a great scene. But I will say my favorite scene or sequence throughout the whole movie is the factory scene, which is kind of weird that, it's we got to do the the final battle in the factory. But watching it through, I was like, okay, it did kind of make sense that they wound up there. It's not like, oh, we have to go here or something. No, it's just completely random that they ended up there. And it worked because, oh, God, even like, so when Chucky gets his hand taken off and then he's got to shove the knife in, I still just, God damn, even if he is a doll, don't care. Don't care. But even before that, Chucky realizing he can't transfer his soul and was just pissed. That added a new element because, you know, from the first one, you were thinking like, oh, he's going to transfer his soul. He gets through the whole spiel and then, nope, he's stuck. So that was an interesting little element to throw in there. When Chucky loses his legs, gets put in that thing, and then, you know, you just hear Brad Dourif screaming, which was, well, once again, 10 out of 10. Can't say enough good things about Brad Dourif. If he wasn't Chucky, this franchise probably would not exist. But then when Andy hits the valve and then dumps all that hot molten plastic on him, and he's, and then they, you know, they stick the tube in his mouth, and then his head blows up. That was a great way for him to go out. Even if, well, what's bad about Child's Play 2? We'll just transition now. I don't like that this sequel did make the mistake of not completely following the guidelines from the first one, because technically it should have been a one and done. He was shot through the heart. That's how you killed him. And then they did change some stuff. Like with the, if he doesn't get out of the body, or maybe they said that in the first one. I can't remember. Comment it down below. But one thing that's weird, and it's a cool scene, but I just still am like, I don't really like it, is how Chucky is brought back to life. Just because he was shot dead in the first one. New body, new everything. What, Charles Lee Ray's soul just attached to the skull and the fake teeth or something? I don't know. Like, if you don't dig deep into it, it's awesome. If you dig deep, it makes no sense whatsoever to me. And then, oh God, I'm still trying to figure out Jenny Gutter's name in this movie, but I can't. The foster parents. They weren't really that great of foster parents. Now, I know that's nitpicking, but I have seen, and not for me, but for other kids, I have seen great and amazing foster parents, and they weren't. They, like, you can have this nice house in Chicago, the burbs. You can have all these toys, all the fancy statues, which why would you be fostering kids if you have all that breakable crap in your house? I know I'm kind of going just random now, but so Phil and the foster mom, I can't remember her name. It's going to drive me insane now. But yeah, it's not like they did bad performances or they gave a bad performance. They hit the nail on the head. I just did not like their characters. So, rewatch by review. I have already rewatched this multiple times, and I will in the future. And I have already bought the whole entire collection. So, what score am I going to give this? I'm going to give it an 8. I really do enjoy the first two. And if anything, with these rewatches, I like the first one more than I remembered liking it. The second one, it plays with the formula a little bit, gives us some more Chucky, gives us creative kills, and if anything, it just keeps the ship rolling. You know, it's not sinking by any means, not yet. So that will do it for Child's Play 2, guys. Make sure to comment down below your thoughts on it and the franchise as a whole. Let's talk Chucky. Also, drop a like on the video if you enjoyed yourself today, and if you would consider subscribing to the channel, that would just make my day. So you know what? I really like you. I really like you. But yeah, until next time, you guys have a good one.